Hi. Heather and...
Hi, Heather. There's Heather.
Heather and Heather.
Okay, you're muted.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't been here forever, so.
Heather and Heather. Heather's in the grass today. She's deep in the grass. She's been grounding, rooting, and now she's blossoming up.
You got...
Hello, is it Marley or Marlia? Marley? Hello, and Tina.
Hi there.
Hi. Is it Marley?
Marlia.
Marlia, okay. I'm Katie, everybody. I'm subbing. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I'm subbing for Kim, or whoever's supposed to, I don't know, Kim or Scott. Skim. I'm subbing for Skim. Okay. So since I am not the administrator of this meeting, I can't mute you guys, so you're gonna have to be in charge of muting and unmuting yourselves as needed. Probably just muting yourselves, but if you need to unmute yourself at any point to tell me something, like if you can't hear me or if you can't see me, I'm outside because it's so nice, so hopefully you'll get a little bit of background noise from the birds chirping and stuff. Okay, so if you want to pin me to your main screen and you haven't done so already, go ahead and do so. And then I've been told it's just a flow today. So we're gonna do not crazy power, not super, super soft, but just kind of in between. So let's get started in a child's pose. So I like my knees wide for child's pose, wider than my hips. Some people prefer their knees together. Some people somewhere in between. So feel into your variation of child's pose and then sit back, settle in. If you want to move a little bit, maybe rock your hips, swivel your hips from side to side, or roll your head, your forehead against the ground, might feel nice. And then eventually just settle into stillness, letting the ground hold all of your weight. And just allow the weight of your day, the stress of your day, anything that's going on really, just let it kind of fall away. So for now, you get to forget about everything else and just be with yourself. So notice any sensations in your body, whether they're physical, energetic, emotional. Start to notice the rise and fall of your breath. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can and hold at the top. When you think you are full, take an extra little sip and then big open mouth sigh. Let it go. Do that a couple more times. So inhale, fill up. Hold in fullness, take that extra sip at the top, and then sigh it out, release. Nice job, you guys. One more time, so biggest in-breath you've taken all day long. Pause in fullness, feel that breath moving into all the little tiny spaces. When you're ready, open mouth sigh, release. Rise up to hands and knees and start to move through some cat-cows as you drop into your ujjayi breath. So inhale to lift the crown of your head, lift your tailbone, spread through your front ribs, and exhale to round, push the ground away, chin to chest, navel to spine. So back and forth through these two movements as you cultivate your ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And if you want, if it's calling to you, you can start to move your hips side to side or even around in circles. So if any intuitive movement would feel nice, feel free. Give yourself about 3 more rounds of breath. So cat-cows or just whatever feels good in your own body. So just noticing how you feel today, noticing how your physical body feels. Put your awareness in your spinal column, put your awareness in your shoulders, even in your hands and your fingers. And then eventually, friends, we're gonna meet back in a downward facing dog. So in your own time, and you can even get there in your own way if you wanna move through a vinyasa, go for it. Downward facing dog is our destination. And then once you're back in your down dog, reconnect to your Ujjayi breath. So strong, powerful. Maybe pedal out your heels, shift your weight from side to side. So just exploring your down dog today in this moment. If it feels better to keep a big bend in your knees, then keep a big bend in your knees. If it feels better to work your heels towards the ground, work the length in the backs of your legs, then go for it. Sometimes I even like to windshield wiper my heels from side to side. So roll onto the inner edge of one foot, outer edge of the other, and then switch it up. Really push the ground away with your fingertips. It's like you're taking energy from the ground and moving it up through your arms, through your side bodies. Feel that lift that comes from your center. Take one more inhale into your dog pose. And then as you exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat. Step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you've arrived, hang out in your fold for just a moment. Feet about hips width distance apart, or maybe even wider for this first one. Make sure all 10 toes face forward. If you'd like, take ragdoll, grab opposite elbows. Perhaps hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Give the back of your neck some traction. You can sway side to side or even bob up and down. Keep your weight just slightly forward. So you might have a big bend in your knees. Try not to rock back into your heels. Balls of your feet, pads of your toes are rooting down, and then lift your butt up. Relax your neck, crown of your head towards the ground. Take one more round. End of your exhale, release your arms. And as slow as you can, roll up one vertebra at a time. Super, super slow. So your arms and your head hang heavy. At the very, very top, your head stacks. Your shoulders roll up, back, and down. Palms open, receptive, standing in mountain pose with your arms down by your sides. Close your eyes and just feel from the inside, standing with optimal alignment, optimal awareness, breathing into every single space inside of you. So you can do yoga just when you're standing. Super simple. Just close your eyes, go inward, bring awareness into your body. Stay as you are. Breathe in as big as you can and feel as if you take up even more space. Hold. Exhale, big sigh out your mouth. Ujjayi breath. Reach up and stretch. Inhale. Lead with your heart. Hinge at your hips. Swan dive down. So heart reaches forward and then release. Bend your knees a lot if it feels better. Halfway lift position. Inhale. Exhale, fold, let it go. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart to rise. So maybe bend your knees a lot. Heart lifts, arms lift. And exhale, hands to heart. One more time like that, half sun salute. Inhale, high mountain stretch. Follow your breath down. Traction out your spine. So butt's reaching back, heart's reaching forward, then let it go. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Keep that connection, navel to spine. Exhale, bow. Take that connection even deeper and fold. Rise to stand, so rooting through your feet. Heart leads, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky. Hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. If this is not available to you, you can grab opposite elbows instead. If you've got your fingers interlaced and you want to take it further, start to reach your hands back away from your body. And then try not to lock out your elbows. So feel for yourself, just a little micro bend in your elbows Add a back bend if you'd like. Heart reaches towards the sky as knuckles reach towards the ground. Gaze up. Soften your face. Breathe into the front of your heart, front of your shoulders. One more inhale. Keep your clasp. Hinge at your hips. Exhale, slowly take it down. Keep your clasp in your forward fold for about 3 rounds. So bend your knees a lot if it feels better. Take your feet wider if it feels better. Relax your neck. Shake your head yes or no. Lift your knuckles. Lift your sit bones. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back first. Then release your clasp. Let your arms hang down. Halfway lift position, breathe in, stick your butt out, realign your spine, back of your neck is long. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top, push the ground away. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, let's take a Spiderman Cobra. So hands come out wide, lift to your fingertips, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your chest. Just go as high as feels right to you. Exhale, take a twist to your right and dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, back through center, heart lifts, press through your pelvis. Exhale, other side, take a twist. Inhale, back to center, go once more each direction, moving with your own breath. So feel into your shoulders, feel into your front body, back bodies, side bodies, even bring awareness into your lower body. Don't forget about your legs. Press through the tops of your feet, press through your toenails, try to spread your toes. Inhale back to center, you can hold as long as you want to. And then tabletop is where we'll meet. So when you're ready, just lower down and then press up to hands and knees, tabletop position. All right, so make sure in your tabletop, seems like a simple pose, but there's actually a lot going on. So if I don't pay attention, I just sink into my wrists and my elbows, there's no muscle engagement happening. I want you to pay attention, so spread your fingers and push into the ground so you feel strength in your forearms, in your upper arms, in your shoulders, in your pectorals, your chest muscles. Draw your belly button in and up. Gaze down so the back of your neck has length. Now try to keep all of that. Take your right arm forward and your left leg back. And if you want to modify it, work with just your legs. So left leg back only if you're modifying. So for everyone else, you've got a strong straight line from your right thumb back to your left heel. Draw your belly button in and up, strong, straight, powerful line of energy. Feel into that. One more in breath. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath you, curl in, round your spine. Inhale, re-extend, get long. Again like that, elbow to knee, round and hollow out. Inhale, lengthen. And last one, elbow to knee like you're moving through molasses. Keep pushing the ground away through your left fingertips. Inhale, reach. Now listen, exhale, set your right hand down. Pivot on your right knee so your right foot comes out like a little kickstand behind you, and then left arm to the sky for modified side plank. So press your hips forward rather than sticking your butt out, and then maybe reach your left arm forward towards the top edge or past the top edge of your mat. So lengthen from left fingertips back to left toes. Great place to stay. Final option, bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot, and then once you've got that, start to work your pose. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, and see if you can rotate your heart to look up at the sky. Soften your face, take a couple more big breaths. Nice job, you guys. Very end of your next exhale, slowly let it go. Come back to hands and knees. And then from your hands and your knees, just walk your hands off the right side of your yoga mat. I like to bring my knees together for this. And then reach your hips back into the left. So hands over to the right, hips back into the left. Press your left armpit gently down. Breathe into your left side body. Good work. Come back up. Other side. So walk your hands through center. Off the left side, hips go back into the right. Press your right armpit down gently. Big spacious breath into your right side. And then lift up, back to regular tabletop, and back to downward facing dog. All right, Ujjayi breath. Inhale your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow or as close as you can come. Push the ground away. Use your obliques. Inhale, take it back up and stretch. Right knee, right elbow, or see if you can get closer to your armpit. So aim high. Push the ground away. Inhale, three-legged dog. Now last one, scoop out your belly, knee to your nose, and softly step through low lunge. All right, rise up to your crescent lunge. If you want to modify, friends, you can take a warrior one stance instead. Pull your front hip back, back hip forward. So think of just plugging the femur bones into the sockets as you square off your hips, finding stability through your legs. Low abdominals tone, so a little bit of engagement, navel to spine connection, and then heart lifts. Reach up, maybe gaze up. Powerful through your legs. And then your unique expression in your upper body. So feel into it and breathe into it in this moment. Good work. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your front thigh. Lean forward. And you can stay here if that's what you want to do. Just stay here. Draw your belly button in and up. Work the length and the strength from the crown of your head back to your left heel. Otherwise, come with me into the balance. So back foot floats up. Stay where you're at with your hands on your front thigh, or if you want to, you can add some arms. Maybe even right arm forward, left leg back, just like when we were on our hands and our knees. Find that connection to center, navel to spine. One more round wherever you are at. Come back to crescent lunge, soft landing. Arms reach up, breathe in, and then exhale, bring your hands down. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out to the width of your mat, nice and wide. And then you might even take your right foot forward a little bit more. Back knee can stay lifted for more intensity, or back knee can come down for a little less intensity. Start to lower your upper body closer to the ground. If you want to spin your right toes out to the right, or roll onto the outer edge of your right foot, that's totally fine with me. Just make sure you keep your right ankle strong and your right toes active. Try not to let all of your weight collapse to the left, but encourage your weight to the right and forward. Big, deep breaths. Take about 3 to 5 more rounds here. See if you can unclench your jaw, loosen up through your forehead, eyebrows, eyelids. Maybe your last couple exhales come out your mouth. That big sigh, that letting go. Ah. Good job, friends. Rise back up to your hands. Walk your right foot back to midline. So you're going to be framing it with your hands. If your back knee's on the ground, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then just step your back foot forward, forward, fold, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Stick your butt out. Reach your crown forward, lengthen. Exhale, bow, and fold. Reverse swan dive. Take it all the way to stand. Inhale, stretch tall. Hands to heart. Exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. Just a baby back bend. Cactus your arms. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Lift your heart. Inhale, re-extend and realign. Slow swan dive down. Traction out your spine. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands, feet back. Plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower slowly and intentionally. Back bend of your choice. Baby cobra, full cobra, up dog, sphinx, Spiderman Cobra. Maybe give yourself a breath or two here, an extra breath or two. And then eventually tabletop, hands and knees. So settling into your tabletop with lots of awareness. Fingers are spreading and pushing down. Arms are strong. Shoulders are strong. Pectorals are working. And then navel to spine. Feel that connection to center. Left arm forward, right leg back. If you want to modify, just work with the right leg. So strong, straight, powerful line of energy. Draw your belly button in and up. Make sure you didn't lose that connection. Make sure your right arm is still strong. You're still pressing with your fingertips. One more in-breath. Exhale, elbow to knee, super slow motion. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen out. And exhale, again, elbow to knee like you're moving through honey or molasses. Inhale, lengthen. Last time with so much intention, elbow to knee underneath, you empty all the way up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, set your left hand down, pivot on your left knee so your foot comes out behind you like a little kickstand. Right arm reaches up. Press your hips forward rather than sticking your butt out. Stay here, take your right arm forward, bicep next to your ear. Find length. Perfect place to stay. Our final option, bend your right knee, reach back and grab hold of your right foot. Start to kick and pull, so working this posture. Big deep breaths down into your low belly, strong through your back body if you're working that heart opening position. Your half bow, take one more big full body breath. And then ever so slowly let it go, hands and knees. Bring your knees together, take both hands off the left side of your mat. Reach your hips back into the right for just a moment. Get that nice side body stretch. And then switch it up. So come through center. Walk your hands over to the right, hips back into the left. And then when you are ready, lift up, come back to your mat, back to center, back to downward facing dog. Nice job. Once you're back in your down dog, just reconnect to your ujjayi. So if you've lost track of it, if it's sped up, slow it down, fire it up. All right, from your dog pose, left leg to the sky, breathe in. Lots of length, lots of strength. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. So just get as close as you can. Use your core, push the ground away with your hands. Inhale, back up, three-legged. Left to left, aim as high as you can on your left arm. Shoulders over wrists, navel to spine. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, then step forward, low lunge. Rise up to your crescent. If you want to modify, warrior one is just fine. So front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward. Stability through your legs, strong foundation. Navel to spine, heart lifts. Reach up and feel energy moving all the way up into your fingertips. So you don't forget about your hands. They're not lazy. There's energy moving through them. Lift your heart. Maybe even smile, like the tiniest little smile. So bringing a little more playfulness, lightheartedness into your practice. Take one more in-breath here. Reach, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your front thigh as you lean forward. So diagonal line of energy. Draw your belly button back. Stay here if you want. Hug in with your inner thighs, breathe. Or lean forward even more, back foot floats up slowly if possible. So strong through your back leg, navel to spine connection, lengthen through the back of your neck. It might be helpful to bend your standing leg a little bit more. Now stay where you're at, or maybe try adding some arms just for fun. One more round. Back leg strong and powerful. Your fullest expression today in this moment. Meet in crescent. So step back, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, hands come down. Hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out wide and maybe just an inch or two forward. Sometimes I like to bring my left foot all the way off of my mat, so you can take it out as wide as you want to. And then back knee can stay lifted or come down. Start to lower your upper body closer to the earth. Try not to collapse your weight over to the right. Take your big, deep breaths. Send them down into your hips. About 3 more. Open mouth exhales if you would like. Rise up to your hands if you're not already there. And then walk your left foot back to midline, so you are framing it. Lift your back knee if it's on the ground. And then just step your back foot forward, forward fold. This time, bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl. So tiny little potato bug ball. Your heels can lift or your heels can stay down. Your hands can stay down, or you can try wrapping your arms around the front of your shins, giving yourself a big squeeze and getting as small, as compact as possible. Breathe into your back body. Take one more deep breath as you exhale. Navel to spine, find your very, very center. Inhale, heels down, spine long, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise to stand. Inhale, stretch your arms up, gaze up. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, keep flowing, arms to the sky, inhale. Baby back bend, cactus your arms, lift your heart. It doesn't have to be great big, just find your edge. Inhale, re-extend, realign, neutral pelvis, neutral spine. And then exhale takes you down, traction it out. Fold in. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Modify if you'd like. Inhale at the top. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. So back bend of your choice. Give yourself an extra breath or two if you want. Downward facing dog. Take it all the way back. All right, take your right leg up. And then open up through your right hip, bend your right knee, reach your right knee out and up towards the sky. So you can stay here. This is a great hip opener for the front of your right hip, or option to flip your dog. So right foot comes down behind you, right arm reaches forward, heart forward, and then breathe all the way down into your belly. Feel your back muscles squeeze around your spine. One more round, everyone. Come back. 3-legged down dog, and then square off your hips. So feel the difference there. Right leg, strong, powerful hip square. Inhale. Now listen, pigeon pose. Right shin to the top of your mat. Set your body down gently. If you know that this pose works better for you on your back or in a seat, you can take it there instead. Otherwise, set up your pigeon. So pull your right hip back, left hip forward. I want to plug the femur bones in. Keep pulling your right hip back as you take your heart forward for your bow. Humble pigeon. Keep your front toes active. Send your breath down into your right hip. Soften with your exhales. Take about 5 more deep breaths. Last couple. Exhale out your mouth if you'd like. Ah. Slowly, we're going to transition into a seat. So start to lift your upper body and then allow your hips to open and just sit over onto your right butt cheek, nice and easy. Swing your back leg around. Both legs come out in front of you for a moment. You can just lean back on your hands and give your legs a nice gentle shake out. Okay, now keep your left leg out in front of you. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. And then bring your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Now, right now I'm kind of leaning back, you can see. Try to hug your knee and sit up really, really tall. So lift through the crown of your head, lift through your heart, flex through your left toes. Take your right arm up, breathe in, get taller, and then exhale, twist to your right. Right hand comes down behind you, gaze back over your right shoulder. Left hand can stay where it's at, use it as gentle leverage, or you can latch your left elbow to the outside of your right knee if that is available to you. And then big deep breaths down into your low belly. Use your exhales to ring out from the inside. Take about 2 or 3 more. End of your next exhalation. Slowly unwind just your upper body. Bring your hands over to your left side and just take a little bow. So let your spine round, let the crown of your head fall towards the ground. I like to push the ground away and round even more, so kind of more actively working this pose. Take 1 more round and then lift back up. Take the sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. Take your left inner thigh and spiral it down. Move your left butt cheek out from under you so you're flat on your left sit bone. Sole of your right foot to left inner thigh like you're in tree pose. Flex your left toes so they're facing straight up. Square your hips towards your front leg as much as you're able to. Arms reach up. And then as you exhale, reach your butt back, reach your heart forward. And let it go. Hands can come down, grab wherever they can reach, or work this pose in your own way. So left butt cheeks pulling back, and then heart is reaching forward like you're trying to reach your heart past your left knee. Breathe down into your belly. Use your exhale to draw navel to spine and dive a little deeper, fold a little further. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds. Nice work, friends. Next inhale, like a reverse swan dive. Lead with your heart, rise up and reach both arms up. Exhale, bring your right hand back behind you, fingers face away from your body. Spread your fingers wide, push into the ground, lift your hips. Reach your left arm back, lengthen through your left side. You can turn it into a modified wild thing if you'd like. Turn your heart towards the sky. 1 more big, huge in-breath. If you want lion's breath for your exhale, stick out your tongue, cross your eyes. All right, come down to your sit bones. We'll meet back in down dog. You can get there however you want. I'm gonna take a couple of windshield wipers and then just no fancy way, move back to down dog. Some people like to take boat pose, cross their ankles, rock forward. I'm just windshield wipers and then just nothing special at all. Just going back to my down dog. You can move through a vinyasa if you want to. Totally up to you. Once you're in down dog, reconnect to your ujjayi. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee and open up your left hip so left knee goes out and then up. Stack it on top of right. Keep your left foot active. Great place to stay or option for the back bend. Flip your dog. Left foot comes down, left arm reaches forward, heart reaches forward. Back muscles should be strong. So you want your back to work hard so that your front body can really open. One last breath. And then let it go, come back. Three-legged down dog. Everybody square off your hips and see if you can feel the difference. One more inhale. Exhale, pigeon, left shin forward, body comes down gently. Take this on your back or in a seat if it will serve you better. Otherwise, plug the femur bones in. Activate through your front toes. Keep pulling your left hip back. So if I don't pull my left hip back as I bow forward, if you can see what happens, this is what happens. I just kind of plop into it. If I'm pulling my left hip back, I stay in integrity. I keep the strong structure, then I'm actually stretching the muscle rather than just sinking into the joint. So that's the big difference that we create when we use muscle energy, when we stabilize and stretch at the same time. That's the balance. So effort, ease, softness, strength, stability, flexibility. Big, spacious breaths. Soften your face, unclench your jaw, loosen up through your shoulders. And I even like to imagine if I could soften through my heart space, what would that feel like inside? What would that feel like energetically? Embody that. Take about 3 to 5 more rounds here. Open mouth exhales if you'd like, anytime. So just that cleansing sigh, that rinse. And let's slowly start to transition into a seat. So very mindfully, gently rising up, sitting onto your left butt cheek, swinging your right leg around, giving your legs that little shake out. Keep your right leg extended, draw your left knee in, and then left foot to the outside of your right thigh. Rather than leaning back like I'm doing now, hug your knee in and sit up tall. So your shoulders drop back, your heart lifts up, crown of your head lifts up. Take your left arm up, breathe in, and then exhale, twist. Left hand comes down behind you. Gaze over your left shoulder. Keep your spine long, keep your shoulders broad. Right hand can stay where it's at. Use it as gentle leverage, or if you're able to latch the outside, latch your elbow to the outside of your left knee, go for it. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Use your exhales to twist, twist, twist. About 3 more. Good work. Very end of your next exhale, unwind your upper body and take your little counter twist. So hands to your right side, round your spine, crown toward the ground. It's fine if your left butt cheek lifts. Breathe into your low back, maybe even actively push the ground away as you curl in even more. And then let it go, lift back up. Take your left foot, sole of your left foot to your right inner thigh. Take your right inner thigh, spiral it down and out. So moving your butt cheek out of the way, sit bone roots down. Okay, press foot into leg, leg into foot, flex your right toes. Square your torso towards your extended leg, arms reach up, breathe in. Now as you exhale, you're lengthening rather than rounding. So hinge at your hips, lengthen, 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 then let it go. So once you've gone as far as you can with length, then work into that fold. Big breaths. Use each exhale, draw navel to spine, dive deeper, fold further, take a couple more. With your next inhalation, reverse swan dive. So lead with your heart, arms up, and then left hand comes down behind you, fingers face away from your body. Press into your left hand, firmly lift your hips, reach your right arm back. Modified wild thing or modified side plank, just lots of length and space. One last huge inhale. Option for lion's breath if you want it on your exhale. It always makes me laugh. Laughing is a good thing, so it's good. Do the weird yoga stuff. All right, take both legs out in front of you for a moment, you guys. We're gonna take one last forward fold and then we'll come down onto our backs. So just regular seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Both inner thighs spiral down and out, down and out. Press down into the backs of your heels, flex your toes. You can see how I get this bend under my knees. Perfect. Get that bend under your knees to start. And if that bend needs to look a lot bigger than mine so that you can sit up tall, totally fine. Press into the backs of your heels, lift your heart, reach your arms up, inhale. Now heart goes forward, butt goes back as you exhale. So butt reaches back, 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 back. I even scoop my butt back a little bit. Keep pressing through the backs of your heels, but now press through the backs of your thighs as well. It's like somebody's standing on the tops of your thighs. Keep your feet flexed, keep pressing through your heels. As long as you're pressing through your heels, you will not hyperextend through the backs of your knees. Use your breath. So inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold, navel to spine connection at the end of each exhale. Take 2 or 3 more. Come out of this, I want you to roll up ever so slowly. Slow, 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 slow. All the way up. Good job. Come down onto your back. Draw your knees in towards your belly and just find a very gentle rock from side to side. Give your low back a nice little massage against the ground. Set up for bridge pose. So feet on the ground with your knees bent, feet hips width distance apart, and your heels, your ankles should come straight down from your knees. So rather than having your heels out in front of your knees, straight down, all 10 toes face forward, arms down by your sides. Exhale, pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up. Inhale, peel your spine off your mat 1 vertebra at a time. When you get to the top of your bridge, hang out there for about 5 rounds. Any variation you want to take, so if you want to work your shoulders underneath you, if you want to interlace your fingers, take robot arms, take a supported bridge if you'd rather. Hug in with your inner thighs. Stay rooted through the inner edges of your feet and your heels especially. Soften your face. Press through the back of your head. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Feel the strength in your back body, your back line. Feel the support that's there. Take about 2 more rounds. If you do have your shoulders underneath you, work them out from under you. You might even reach your arms straight up towards the sky. Take one last inhale into your bridge, and then super slowly roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Super, super slow. Once you get to neutral spine, so you're back on your mat, tee out your arms or cactus your arms. Bring your feet mat width distance apart. Keep the bend in your knees. Keep your feet on the ground, and just windshield wiper side to side, back and forth. Make sure your feet are wider than your hips. That'll open up space in your low back. And then next time your knees fall to the right, keep them there for about 5 rounds. Invitation, if you would like, to bring the outer edge of your right foot to the outside of your left knee, and use the strength in your right leg to encourage your left knee forward and down. Breathe into your left side. And then as you are ready, take your knees over to the left, keeping your feet nice and wide. Option to bring the outside of your left foot to the outside of your right knee. Encourage your right knee forward and down. Try to stay rooted. You probably won't stay rooted, but have the intention of rooting down through the back of your right rib cage. So if your right ribs lift a lot, that's okay, but try to press down through your right back ribs. Keep your awareness of breath. And then when you feel pretty even on both sides, come back to center for a moment. Rest with your feet wide and your knees in. So feet stay wide, let your knees knock in, fall in towards each other. Bring one hand to your heart space and one hand to your low belly. Close your eyes and just notice the rise and fall of your breath for a moment as you lay in this position. It's called constructive rest. See if you can feel each breath moving all the way down. Feel your belly expand up into your hand as you inhale, up into your heart. And then let go and contract as you exhale. And this pose, constructive rest, it's really good therapeutic for the low back. So if you have low back pain, encourage trying this pose out about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes a day. So just turn on the TV and lay in this pose for about 5 to 7 minutes. It'll open up some space in your low back. So send your breath all the way down. We won't stay here 5 to 7 minutes quite, but take about 5 more breaths. And then happy baby pose whenever you're ready to finish off our practice. So knees outside your ribs, soles of your feet face the sky. Grab hold of your feet if you can. If that's too much, grab ankles, shins, or just backs of thighs is fine. And then if you've got your feet, pull down with your arms. So try to draw your shoulders down towards the ground. Plug them into the sockets. Press up through your heels, flex your toes, maybe a little rock. Maybe one leg stretches out long and then the other. Maybe even both legs at the same time if that's available to you. Give yourself a few breaths in happy baby. And then any last poses of your own choice that your body is craving, that your body is calling for. So anything that will complete your own personal practice for you. And then start your transition into your Shavasana. Start your transition into your final relaxation. So as you are ready, just allow your breath to now become completely effortless. Allow the muscles in your body to just relax and let go. And give all of your weight, absolutely all of your weight to the ground, to the earth. So for these last few moments, really allowing yourself to be held. So not holding yourself up, but allowing yourself to be held and supported. So as you are ready, just give in, full surrender. And I will invite you out of Shavasana in a few minutes. So sometimes, at least in my Zoom classes, people turn off their computer for Shavasana. If you want to do that, that's totally fine. If you want to stay with me, I'll bring you out of it in a few minutes. So take this time to just soak in all the efforts, all the energy of our practice today. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, let it go. And just start to bring gentle movement back into your body. Start to wiggle fingers, toes. Maybe take a full body stretch, or even give yourself a little forehead massage, temple massage. As you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. And take a moment there, just letting your practice kind of soak in and absorb in. Visualize that perhaps in some way. I like to imagine little pieces of stardust just twinkling into all the little spaces inside of me and disappearing, becoming part of me. Use the strength in your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So ending our practice in seated meditation, sit up nice and tall with your eyes closed. Gather your hands to your heart. And if you are in a place where you can Om, invitation to finish off our practice with one round of Om. So I will Om by myself here at my house. I would love for you to join me in your space if you would like. So start by just exhaling, emptying out. Breathe in your voice. Thank you guys so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right.
Katie, that was fun.
You're so welcome. Thanks so much for